Get out of here. Who's this? Oh wow, we've been live. I didn't know we were live. Oh, sorry. Wow. What's good, man? What's good? How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well during this time of COVID and everything else. Hope your families are safe and everything. And God be with you. Let me turn down my music in the background. Yeah, that was Prince in the background. Um, Hope all's well. I wanted to jump right into it. Sorry, I was just playing around for the last few minutes and didn't even know I was online. I'll get right into the topics at hand. Some of these good cards with good questions that some people have sent in and asked me to see if I could answer some of these questions. So here we go. Best basketball player in the capital region. Oh boy. Best girl basketball player in the capital region. Well, I did see a lot of girls basketball this year. Ironically, I'm the SEC women's head coach, so I did get a chance to see a lot of basketball played at the high school level. If we're talking high school, um, wow, I did like a few girls. I would say I liked the girl over at McKeel, point guard, young girl. She was pretty good, eighth grader. She was phenomenal. I thought she could do some things with the ball. I can't remember her name, but she was pretty good. Nikhil definitely has a good future with her. If I can get her name real quick, that would actually help me out and get to making sure I give you the right person. It will come to me. Another girl who I thought was good, girl from Shelmont, Clarissa. She's about maybe 6'1", 5'11", or something like that. Clarissa could really play. She was very athletic. Uh, she played a guard. She can play too. She played every position on the court. I would say that's why they've had some success there. And if she continues to, as she continues to grow, I think the program is still young anyway. You have her, and you have another girl over there by the name of Graber, Peyton Graber. She's pretty good too. They really have a good nucleus with those two to build around. And they have some other girls over there too that didn't really play this year that are coming up. So their future looks real good. Another young lady who I thought that was at Albany High School, they call her Baby. I can't remember my first name. She's going to Siena. She's a pretty good guard too. She shot the ball pretty well. Has some struggles a little bit, but definitely can play. And really, really one of those girls that's a combo guard and really helps the team a lot. Out of all of them, who I think, is the best girl basketball player, I would say at this point right now, I would have to say, oh boy. Oh no, another girl, Jenna Lease too. Jenna Lease is over at Troy. She's pretty good. She can play. She's probably a forward / guard. She can play. And girls basketball is pretty good. To pick one right now, I would say I didn't see everybody play, but I did see a lot of girls basketball. But I was impressed with the girl from Albany High School at this point. Um, I thought that she was Division I talent. I thought she shot the ball well, which is pretty good for the skill level. The jump shot was just hitting. She can score. She can push the ball. She got to the basket, and she made her team that much more better. And obviously, she has a Division I scholarship, so I don't think many girls came up this year out of this area to go to Division I. There was a few girls from Niskayuna and some other girls that I haven't seen play. Like I said, that can. The girl from Guilderland, she was pretty good too. She has like 4 last names: Olivia, first name, Poinsett something. Um, she was pretty good. But I thought the girl from Albany High School definitely was far ahead as a junior. Who do I think has the most potential to be the best player in the area? The girl from Shelmont, Clarissa, hands down. There's nothing she can't do. And it would be surprised. I would be surprised between her and the girl on the kill if they're not the top 2 most recruitable athletes next year, if not this year. If they hadn't, then somebody need to lose their damn job because the both eighth graders, they both can flat out play against anybody at any level. They're even better than some boys. Let me tell you that. Why? Because of the skill level, and the IQ. The best. Next question. Best boys basketball player in the area. Oh boy. Best boys basketball player in the area, I think, is I mean, you got to give it to the dude, Marcus Jackson, or his name is, kid from Albany Academy. I thought he had a hell of a year. He jumps out of the gym. It's like he got a springboard underneath his feet or something. Like, wing, he just goes in the air and he catches anything, dunks everything. I think skill-wise, he got better as a little bit of the time went on. He could be a little bit better, but I thought he improved a little bit with the ball handling, a little bit with the jump shot, maybe a little bit with the shot selection or whatever. Other than that, like I said, I think once he gets to UConn with a good friend of mine, Kamani Young, I think he'll definitely be, if he buys into it, he'll be a star. He definitely, because they're going to work him. Danny Hurley and that staff and Kamani Young. What's up, Kamani? Brother from back home in the city. They're definitely going to work him hard enough where he'll get that time that he needs to develop. I think high school goes so fast. I think, he probably didn't have that much time to, develop. And this year, the summer really hurt. Not the summer, the spring hurt a lot of people with the coronavirus and stuff happening. Some other kids I thought that were well. I thought Shelmont had 1 or 2 players. I thought that the point guard there, I thought Trent Randall did pretty good. He gradually got better as the time went on. He probably should be a little bit further in the game as a point guard, but I think the skills that he displayed wasn't bad at all. I thought he definitely could be arguably one of the better point guards up here because of some of the things he does for his team. I don't think you can be a great guard on a bad team. I think you'd be a great guard on a good team because 90% of what happens to me with a guard comes through you. I thought Shane O'Dell had a pretty decent season. He is a big kid, pretty much in between more like a 3, slow foot 4, but he could score the ball. Got to work on his jump shot a little bit more. And I thought for Shelmont, he played his position with him and Trent. They played very well. They had a good supporting cast. I thought, he scored inside better than anybody I've seen in high school basketball with 3, 4 people hanging on you. With him getting the ball, he was taking people to the hoop. But once he ventured outside, I think that, they had shooters in place. I think that he could have probably, get a little bit better with that, work on the craft. As time goes on, hopefully he goes to college and he'll go to his, destination and they'll work with him more. But I think, Trent helped him out. They helped each other out. So, I mean, there's some other good ball players, Keymore Johnson, Masai Thorpe. Who else? The kid at Voorheesville, I thought he was pretty decent. The young brother over there, I can't remember his name right now, but I thought he was decent. They had two players over there, but the one that transferred in, I thought he was better than a lot of other kids. I thought the kid from Waterville Elite did pretty well. Um, I forgot his name. He was pretty good. He was not bad. Slasher. I think he got hurt, but he still played through. I thought the kids over at what do you call that school? Lansingburg. They did Isaiah Knight. He played very well. Vinny Terrio. Isaiah Knight, I thought played, pretty good. Shot the ball pretty well. It's a scoring type guard. Lansingburg always has some good kids over there. The McKeel kids, the kid that transferred in from Schenectady, the lefty, Jonan, I thought he was the reason why they went so far. I know everybody will beg to differ. There's other kids that are there, but I think if Jonan is not on that team, they don't go as far. That's my personal opinion. But they did do very well. The kid, the tall kid that's there, I can't remember his name. He did very well. He had some, some good baskets, good buckets. Has a good talent. Shoots the three too much to me, but he's pretty good. He's pretty good. Who else? Hold on one second. One of my players, he's saying something. Who's the best player? I definitely would still have to go backwards and go into giving it to the kid, Andre Jackson. He is a step above. He's probably one of the kids out of everybody that was a bona fide Division I player. And we'll probably, like I said, I expect him to do pretty good things over at UConn if he stays consistent and he listens. Okay. Next question, which that was a pretty long one. Next question. The best girl. I get a lot of girl questions too, man. Maybe because I'm coaching girls basketball and shit, something like that. I don't know. Who knows? Here we go. Best girl basketball player in NYC that you ever seen. Oh boy, that can go either way. I thought when I was coming up, there was a girl by the name of Ruth Lovelace. She coaches at Boys and Girls High School. She was very good. And she went to Seton Hall. She was a very good player. Went to the Big East when the Big East was the Big East. And I don't know how many points she scored or what. I know she played at Boys and Girls High School. She's the current coach at Boys and Girls High School. And she was phenomenal. All you did was hear her name. I seen her play once. No, I seen her play two times at Boys and Girls High School, and I think they either played at Canarsie or China Chefs or something. And I watched the game; she was pretty good. Another girl who I thought was Epiphany Prince. I think she scored like 81 points or something like that out of Murray Burcham High School in Brooklyn, New York. She was pretty good for her time period. And I think Epiphany went on to Rutgers, and she made some headway over there. And she was like early on in the WNBA. She was in the WNBA too. She got drafted, and she did very well there over time. Another girl who I thought, girl I went to school with, I thought she was probably phenomenal. And I think I said this before the last time when somebody asked me about a girls basketball player, Kendra Nelson. She was pretty good. She went to Seton Hall also and starred, but at Robeson, she was probably, I think she was the girls athlete of the year. She was, everything. Went on to Seton Hall, had a great career over there, but was a player of the year in high school between the same year we graduated in 92. And was phenomenal. I mean, there was nothing, and it's ironic when you come in with somebody as a freshman and you see your games at the 9th grade level, the 10th grade level, 11th and 12th, you see the development of a person right now. And I seen it then in her. So I would definitely say, as of now, the best girls basketball player down there, I couldn't tell you. There's just so many good girls that are down there. You have some girls from Bishop Loughlin who are good, South Shore, Kaya Martinez of Marquez. She's from Brooklyn Law. They have a good program. Bishop Loughlin, Coach Free, he has a good program. I couldn't pick just one person. So that's a hard question to ask for right now. Um, Thank you for that one. What do I think kids should be doing now, being that they can't be on the court because of COVID-19? What could kids be doing now? A few things. They could be, I mean, you have to work out. You have to do some calisthenics in the house. They should be doing at least some push ups every night, and morning, noon, and night. Push ups are a great workout, total body. You know, more calisthenics, so sit ups, push ups, dips, jumping jacks, anything that they can do to require to get that heart rate up. They should be always stretching. And it's been nice outside periodically. If they can mask up, put that little mask on and get outside, they should be outside at least trying to run, at least not every day, but every other day. Right now, it's a very serious situation. So, with the COVID and coronavirus, I would say you definitely would have to, be mindful and wear different things. And I wouldn't go too far off. I would probably go in my neighborhood unless your parents, have some place where you can get in the car, go to a park or something. Um, the crossings are open right now. I would think a few other parks may be open. Maybe just run around and get that sweating. Jump rope is ideal. I tell kids, I don't know how many times from seventh grade or fifth grade all the way up to when they get seniors. Many of you would be dunking if you're 6'2", 6'3", and not 300 pounds or whatever. You probably could be dunking the ball if you jumped rope and followed the plan with it. Many kids just, they look at a jump rope and I don't want to do it. Well, that's your stamina right there. And that's your helping you get over the rim. You have to jump rope. I would say jumping rope every day. If it's not a raining day, you got a basement, you're in your room somewhere, you light on your feet, just jump rope a lot. The more you jump rope, that's a total body workout too. Don't jump in place. Try to do a little skip so you can move back and forth. It'll be easier on your heart. Um, as far as with basketball, if they can dribble, if they have a space where they can dribble the ball or just play with the ball in their hands or something like that, that would be good. Shoot up in the air, lay on the floor, shoot up in the air, working on your follow through and your release. That'll definitely help you out a lot. So you can keep the time into it. I know a lot of it is predicated on being on the court, but ideally, the more you do off the court with your body, the better. I feel you can do on the court. Look at LeBron; he spends 100, what do you say, $1 million just on taking care of his body off the court. You can do the same thing. You can't spend $1 million, but you can do a few things with it. And it costs you no money. Just soak in the tub if your body's hurting. But just take those little advices and listen to your coaches. If you have coaches that are telling you some things to do, you probably should. You probably should listen to them. And last but not least, they can become more educated on reading the game and looking at some tape of the game. There are a lot of old games out there. If you're watching basketball, put yourself in those positions of thinking that you're that player. If not, then how do you see the game? How do you know the game? You're not even a historian of the game. You got to go watch it. And that was on my next question too. But like I said, just ending up on that, you have to watch basketball. YouTube has an abundant library of games and audios and videos and things like that. Go watch the game, man, and go learn it. You should know who Tiny Archibald is. If you don't know and you're a guard, how do you say you're a guard and you don't know who Tiny is? Tiny Archibald is. You don't understand how much what his connection to the game is could help your connection to the game. And you need to research that. You need to know who Calvin Murphy is and what Calvin Murphy did to be one of the greatest guards in the game at 5'11", So it kills me when I get this question. A lot of parents are saying, what can they do? What can they do? Well, between their schoolwork and everything else, they should be watching, especially for you young guys, the older guys too. Know it, because a lot of you don't know what you're getting is off the video game. It's telling you the history, and that's cool. But, if you want to look it up, it's probably better to do it that way. And leading into that next question also too, what movies are out there for you to watch? to get better in basketball, just to know basketball. That was the question. What movies could we watch to get better in basketball, and what movies are out there? Um, Hoop Dreams. Hoop Dreams is a fantastic movie. Fantastic. About two young kids from Chicago. One, I guess, one is on one side of Chicago and the other side, I think, and it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It's definitely something that I would recommend. I'll put it up on the website too. Hoop Dreams is a great movie. Just one I watched last night, the Shaq and Penny story. A lot of you kids have a lot of, now the age of social media and everything else. Everybody want a Jelly Fam, and if you don't know who Jelly Fam is, how are you gelling it? But you heard it through the mix of everybody passing it on YouTube or Instagram, IG, or something else. So now go and find out. Go look at the Shaq and Penny thing, because if there was Instagram and social media back then in my era, though, I mean, Shaq is a home name. Penny, if you don't know, you guys are too young, but now you start to know because you wear Penny Hardaway shoes that cost you $180, $160. Penny was the man. So if you watch that, that's on Netflix, or maybe on what's that other one? Fire Stick or something like that. You should probably watch that. Chime in and say hello too. I see that there's some people checking in and stuff like that. If you're there, just get a little wave in there, get an emoji or something like that, so we'll know what's going on and we won't leave you out. Another movie that you should watch, which actually introduces Shaq and Penny before they became a household name playing with each other in the NBA. Blue Chips. Blue Chips is that thing. You should watch that. That's a good movie. Let me see. A new one that I just got. I haven't watched it yet. The Kid from Coney Island. And Stephon Marbury's story. That's pretty good. You should check that out. Let me see. Below the Rim. If you're a guard, I'll type some of these in. Below the Rim. That's a great documentary movie that you should watch. And definitely, if you're a guard, like I said, being a point guard, I think that's something that you should really um, look into. Like I said, it's right on Netflix, and that's a good a little video, maybe a 20-minute video that you can watch. I said The Kid from Coney Island. I can't wait to get into that because that is one with Stephon Marbury in it, and I think that's going to be pretty good. Hopefully, I get a chance to watch that because I definitely want to get into that movie. And that's on that movie, The Kid from Coney Island, is on Apple, Apple TV, I think, or something like that. If you have it, Below the Rim is on YouTube. Blue Chips with Shaq, that's on Netflix. Fire Stick. Let me see. Hoop Dreams, you can actually get that. That's on Netflix and um, what do you call Hulu and a few other places. Cornbread Earl and Me. Um, that's a good movie. You'll probably see some actors that you know. You know, that's a good one. Let me see. Cooley High. Cooley High, that was pretty good. All of these are, some of them are new, some of them are old, but I think you would definitely like where some of those older movies are going. You know, um, you know, what else? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Let me see what else. Through the Fire. Through the Fire with Sebastian Telfair and a good friend of mine, Tiny Archibald. Not Tiny Archibald. Tiny Morton from Lincoln, where he used to coach at Lincoln. That's a good documentary of a young man going through his high school process and getting drafted to the NBA. Probably one of the last ones to do that, and that's with Sebastian Telfair. So those movies right there, I posted them up. Those are some pretty good movies that you should probably click into and take advantage of if you can. Okay, let me see. What is this? the you're really trying to get me in trouble there. The best team I had, the best team you ever coached. Oh Lord, the best team. Oh boy, not all of them. Nah, only the ones where we won championships. I don't know. That's a hard question because all the teams are good. I guess they were all good, and um, especially if we won. I don't want to be shallow and leave one other team out. But all teams that I actually now, if that's a question of whether I coached them or been a part of the staff, that can go either way. The best team I ever coached, or I would say that I had, would probably be, oh boy, if it was high school, it'd have to be at Albany High School. I had some great players, and they were some great kids there, and it was so much fun. It was fun, and it wasn't that hard. My first year coaching freshman basketball at the high school, Albany High School, I had some great teams. Well, great teams, great players. In that first year, I had Demir Hanna, Abdul. Can't say his last name. If I butchered it up, it sounds funny. Aljamar Mathis, I can remember, can't forget his. And I had some knuckleheads too. Day Day, I don't know Day Day's last one. I'm just gonna call him Day Day. Who else I had? I look at this board. Who do I have? Oh boy, let me see. Elazar Cadet, he was pretty good. Elazar, I can't remember his name. Oh damn. Wesley, they call him the Big Fish. That was a funny one. I said Wanzi, Keith, some kid named Keith. I can't remember. I had like 15 guys on the team. I don't know what I was thinking about with that. Some of them was headaches. Matty Bovian. Matty's a good dude, good kid. Cecil, I had a kid named Cecil on the team. He was bananas, but he was like not bananas in playing, but bananas in his head. But guys make you earn a little bit of money. What was that? Seamus was pretty good ball player. I said Abdul Raleigh. And, I can't remember some of those dudes' names, but yeah. And Taekwon Crenshaw. Good name, good kid though. To rebound the ball, nice kids. That was probably the best team I coached. If it was the best team being a part of, who were probably like almost like rock stars, I thought they were. My group wasn't all right this year. I mean, they were okay this year. When I was at Catholic Central, those kids really worked hard, and they were like almost like rock stars. They did the best they could, and like I said, we won a lot of games. The personalities were more in sync with each other because they knew each other for a minute. But it was some good stuff. Nice kids, man. Nice kids. And unfortunately, sorry it had to end. But they would be my second choice as far as like an assistant coach part. And head coaching again, it was Lansingburg. I liked Lansingburg a lot. I don't know why, but maybe the food out there. They had a place called Lucky's, Lucky's, whatever you call it. And I took them over there to get some food after the game. And they were some good kids too. That had let me see, that team I had Alonzo, Barrett, Trevor, who I thought probably should have been on varsity. He was pretty good. Tuggy, I can't remember Tuggy's first name or last name. Van Ness was his last name. Tuggy was his first. I don't know. Justin Van Ness, called him Tuggy. Most talented kid, but just couldn't get it right, man. Knucklehead, but smart, very smart and intelligent. Who else was there? At Catholic Central, there was Anthony Mack. He was phenomenal shooter, scorer, nice kid. Brian Brooks, pretty good. Nice dude, play, man. Him and his father. Rest in peace, father passed, but good person. Ray Keese Harris, do some things with that ball. Nice guard. All these guys are in college and finishing up. And who else was on that? Oh, Jareem Tedder, defensive-minded type kid. Nice parent. And I think I seen his parents a few weeks ago during the COVID but good dude, good kid. Other than that, yeah, those are some teams right there. And then this year's team over at Shelmont, they were pretty good. And they were very funny and they were in sync. And they kind of, I think if we'd have kept playing, we'd have probably beat anybody. The way he had those guys, the coach had those guys going, and their personalities, they really wanted to win. So that was exciting, and seeing them battle with each other. And even though they all were different, by the time it came down to business, they seemed to work together. All right, man. I think I got a few more questions, but I'm a whole lot on those because I am getting a little thirsty and I am getting a little hungry. So I will be back on sometime between Sunday and Tuesday, and we'll finish up with some more of these questions and see what else we got. I'll answer one more. I get this question a lot. Who's the best player in the Capital Region? Me. I don't know, man. That's a girl or boy. I don't know. If it's a girl, let me see. A girl over at SUNY Albany, she's pretty good. On the collegiate level, which I'm out adults, not high school. She's pretty good. I forgot her name. And the girl at SUNY Albany is not bad either. Everybody goes, you keep forgetting names. Yeah, well, you try to remember all the damn names too. Let me see. Both of them are good. A damn shame I can't remember any of them. Guys, oh boy. Depends on the time period. If we're talking about early 90s, well, not early, because I wasn't up here. Late 90s, by the time I got up here, boy. Who's good? Flav was good. Flav from Albany. Well, he's from Schenectady, Albany. I don't know. Flav, I forgot his first name. I don't even know the nicknames. He was pretty good. And this is upstate New York. I guess the question is accent. I thought Devonair was pretty good. I mean, who could stop him? He's 6'5", 6'6", point guard. So he's posting people up. I'm here and he's here. Try guarding that. 6'6" against 5. In my mind, I'm 5'10", but we won't tell nobody if you won't tell nobody. Let me see. Who else? I thought Todd Setner was a dirty player, but okay. He was pretty good. Let me see. That I played against, I guess, or whatever, something like that. He was pretty good. The guy from what's his name? He's got the son of what they call that guy, Saji's father. He's I forgot his name. He was pretty good. T or P, whatever they call him, I forgot his name. He was pretty good. He can walk on air or something. I don't know what he was doing, but he was nice. I mean, we could determine nice as a dude that can play. He can go. There's a lot of dudes up here that can play. Like I said, upstate basketball is not bad at all. It has gotten better. It's gotten worse to a degree with the AAU and guys everybody wants to make a team and just the parent can coach or can't coach. Most of them can't. It's just, my son is going to play and they throw him on the team. And next thing you know, it's like, a damn catastrophe or whatever. They do hurt the game a little bit. But there's at the high school level, the guys don't play as much as they probably should, like back home in the city, because there aren't many men's leagues. The men's leagues up here, they get closed down and shut down because it's either too much money, nobody wants to pay, or somebody comes in and starts their BS, and then next thing you know, the league is done, which is sad because they should have a lot of basketball players, a lot of older basketball up here so that the shorties can see what it is. But hopefully that'll get better. All right. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you had a good time. If you needed to send in any questions or whatever, something like that, like I said, I might be back on either tomorrow or Tuesday, and we can kick it then. All right. This is On and Off the Court with Coach Grant Samuels. I hope you stay safe, chill at home, and relax. All right. Talk to you soon. Peace.